Hey guys, I'm out here at the place that I turkey hunted quite a lot this spring. I really need to get a name for this unit, but it's got a ton of diverse habitat. It's a really big unit, and I know there's a ton of deer on it, and I think that there's some mature bucks on it at least. When Trevor and I came in here and scouted it during the late winter, we were able to find what we thought were some mature buck tracks and a few locations where we thought they were bedding. So I'm hoping that there's some mature bucks on this area, and that's what we're coming in here to find out. A little over 3 weeks ago, or a little under 3 weeks ago, my dad and I came in here and hung a trail camera where I'm standing in this tree behind me. And basically it's along this old overgrown pasture here that's really thick, and this serves as a big bedding area. And then the mature buck beds that we thought we found were, there's one to the left of me, behind me here, about 60 yards away, and then there's one about 50 yards away, straight that way. So if the mature bucks that we thought were using the beds are still using it, I think this field here is a really good staging area for them to come out and kind of work around, maybe do some feeding on the little browse that there's in this pasture, and then they can cross this pasture and go up to the agricultural fields that are up that way to the east. So I think the camera's in a good location, but we're gonna find out today. Tick on me. I don't know quite what to expect. You know, like I said, we thought we found mature buck tracks and those beds, and I was really excited about this unit. And even through turkey season, seeing all the deer that were in this unit, I was really excited for it. But when my dad and I came in here and hang this trail camera, it was somewhat of a disappointment just because there was people everywhere in this unit. This particular piece of public land definitely gets the most amount of non-hunting related human pressure out of any of the areas that I hunt. And so I think the deer might be used to it, which is a good thing, but it just doesn't leave a very good impression when you come in here and there's a lot of people everywhere. So not quite sure what to expect. We're over a mile back in here, and you can't really get too much deeper into this place to really avoid that pressure, but hopefully this will isolate us just a little bit, and we'll just have to see what's on the camera and hope that it was taking pictures the whole time. If it's working like it's supposed to, then this will already be the best card pull of the public land summer scouting season. So anyway, we'll get to it, but this tree has poison ivy or poison oak or something all over it, and I was afraid of that because I saw it when I hung the trail camera, but I just said screw it, it's a good tree, it's where I want it, and hung it anyway. And then I broke out pretty much all over and it spread, so that was really a big pain. And so today I'm going to be putting on gloves. I have this sweatshirt on even though it's really hot out. I'm going to put my hood up and try to wrap my head in a shirt too, just to really try to avoid that poison ivy, but not sure how well it'll work. We'll give it a shot. Well, the camera worked pretty great actually. There was only one day where this limb here on the bottom made it take a lot of pictures. I think it took 200 or 300 in that one day, but the rest of them were pretty much, at least the majority of the rest of them were deer pictures. Now, I didn't get any pictures of mature bucks. I think there's several 1.5-year-old bucks, and there's several sets of does and a couple fawns that are coming through this area pretty regularly, but I don't think that there's any mature bucks using this area at this point. And so rather than leave this camera here to keep getting pictures of the same deer, I think I'm gonna move it somewhere. I'm probably gonna move it about a half mile to the north actually. I have a general area picked out from maps and from scouting where I want to hang it, but I have to go up there and try to find a good place to hang the cam, and we'll see what's hiding out in there. But you know, there could be mature bucks using this spot that just haven't come through in front of this cam, but I guess I'll just take my chances on that. And I think that with almost 3 weeks of time in between when I put it up and when I checked it, I should have gotten pretty much every deer that's using this area, at least if they're using it very often. So anyway, I'm gonna go get that cam down and then put the card back in it and then go hike somewhere and put it up in another tree that hopefully doesn't have as much poison ivy as this one does. Alright, scouting mission is finally over for today. Took way longer than it was supposed to. Ended up going into some bedding areas. I was going to put the camera on the place on this unit that I think doesn't get or gets the least amount of human intrusion and has the least amount of people going in there. And so I went in there and tons of deer sign. I feel like that's where the deer feel the safest on this side of the unit, but I couldn't really pick out a good spot where I thought I would catch most of the deer movement in that spot. And so I looked at the bigger picture of things on the map, and it seems to me like any deer in that bedding area are probably gonna, there's a pond to my left about 50 yards that's really big, and there's two of them. This is a big marshy pond area for about 200 yards that way, and then it comes out into this big overgrown field here, which has a lot of browse along these mowed trails, and then if they cross this strip of timber right here, they go into an ag field. So it seems to me like any deer that should be using that bedding area should funnel down into this corner here to get to the ag fields to feed at night and to browse around in here. And there's a lot of deer tracks on these lanes and just a lot of browse in general on the lanes. So I feel like it's a pretty good plan, but I wasted a lot of energy going back into that bedding area trying to find a good place to hang it over there. So anyway, we're gonna leave this for a couple weeks now. I can come back in here pretty much however many times I want to, however frequently I want to, because there's people on these lanes, you know, every other day, or there's a lot of people use these trails. So the deer really don't care about human scent on these trails and really don't care about seeing people on them. And then they have the good cover not too far away that I don't think many people go into. So we'll see what it catches. You can only hope for the best, and we'll come back in here and see what we have. So until next time, if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks.